Okay, and we're back. That only took, what, 4 weeks or something? So, Revenge of the Sea Team. So yeah, I was playing on version 1.4.5. Hang on a second. That probably didn't help. Anyway, I'll just keep it paused for a second. So I was playing on version 1.4.5, and they updated to 1.4.6, and something broke. I don't know what it was. I tried to roll back and figure it out. I actually backed up my save file. I back up my save file every time there's an update before I do the update, thank God, or we'd have to start over. But, so went back to 1.4.5, messed around with some stuff, updated another copy of the 1.4.5 save. It was still broken, you know, rinse, repeat, on and on and on. I couldn't figure out what it was. I was getting this error about, like, items missing or something. And there wasn't any, like, mod names or anything, so I didn't have, like, a direction to look in. But anyway, then they updated to 1.4.6, and the error got larger. Like, the lines, it was, like, telling me all kinds of new things were wrong. But that actually had some mod names in it, so I went back and figured out that the chunk loaders were part of the problem. So I loaded the 1.4.5 save, pulled out all the chunk loaders, resaved it, made a new copy, let it all update, and so yeah, hey, guess what? It works, and we're now on version 1.4.7, and I put all the chunk loaders back after the update, just replaced all of them, and it seems to be running just fine. So hey, guess what? We're back. Long story short, it was broken, now it's not. But my settings are probably kind of wrong now. We'll find out. Anyway, what was I doing 4 weeks ago? Well, I was streaming, actually, for a little while. In this world, I had one person in my stream for 12 hours. Well, no, I streamed for 12 hours. I was streaming for 12 hours, and one person showed up. Is a more accurate way to say that. But anyway, here's what I was messing with. This village here. If you watch an older video, you'll know how messed up and crazy all the roads and buildings were, and I kind of went through and just made it all look better. Straightened out the roads, made some new houses, fixed up some old houses. This house, between the house and this little shop thing, there wasn't even a wall here. It was just an empty space. Put in this little park area. These trees are new. The grass and flowers here I placed. Did a lot of terraforming also. Like between that and here, this was like a sheer cliff face that was wrapped around this house right here. So it was basically covered. This whole side of both of these houses was covered, and I still have a little bit of work to do with this hill here. You can see where I just kind of like cut the edge out from around this one. But I was streaming for a good 12 hours, and a guy came in and said hi and watched me work a little bit, and yeah. Some of these I just couldn't really do anything with besides make a weird looking staircase up to one and then down to like a common area. So this needs a little bit of work still. Well, my gun still works. Good to know. Anyway, so this house right here is where it thinks the middle of this village is. Now let me fly up in the air and show you where. I've got my render distance turned way down. But anyway, this is a pretty large village, and it thinks that's the middle right there. And I don't know how to make it expand the edges of where it thinks the village is. What I did, though, was, let's see, right about here, in this spot right there, was a giant concrete pillar that went way up in the sky and cut into one of those Tinker's Construct slime islands. Well, I demolished the entire thing, cleared out the island, took all the slime liquid stuff off the island, and it's all right here. This is that entire island in a box. And I silk touched some of the slimy grass off of there just so if I ever want to rebuild the island or build my own island, I've got some slimy grass to spread across all these other slime dirt blocks. And there's all the buckets of liquid slime that was up there. Anyway, I've got one of these little village highlighters in here. You basically put it together, set it somewhere, attach it to a lever or power it somehow, and like give it a redstone signal, and it makes a bubble around the village that it's sitting in. Not really a bubble, but it shows the area that the village is in. Now if you look at this, oh, it actually moved over. Okay, so the well is now just about the center of the village. It used to be over there, now it's over here. But still, that's nowhere near the middle. I mean, it's getting there. But if you can see this dome, the little dots, the little area that it's highlighting here, the village is quite a bit larger in 3 directions. At least, yeah, 3 directions here. I did a lot of work over here. There's a blacksmith that was entirely underground. There was a mountain here, and I cut away like pretty much all of it. There's some farms down here that are like in a cave, and I cleared out some of the space above those. I've got a little bit of terraforming left to do here. Basically reworked the entire village, more or less. Just something to do, you know, while trying to think of other things to do in the mod pack. But I've got a list of stuff to do now. Let's head back over to the house. Let me cut this highlighter off, just in case it's tied to lag somehow. I got this gun from a legendary Android quite a while ago, actually. Pretty sure I mentioned it whenever I got it in the video. Oh, there's a iron golem here too, guarding the place. The population is high enough for there to be an iron golem. Get rid of that before the witch causes a problem. Creeper. Some more creepers. And a zombie wearing armor. Go ahead and kill him. Alright, what's hitting me? Skeleton. Okay. Just go ahead and pick this stuff up. Coins and stuff. And head back. Okay, so one of the things I was going to talk about in the mod pack that I was doing, if you remember, it's been a while, the house I was doing in layers, and each layer of the house was going to focus on a specific mod pack. Well, as my storage boxes became full, I started pulling items out that were all of the same mod pack, or the same mod, I mean, in the pack, and grouping them together to keep them organized, and then putting them in their own floor. Well, to save space, since vanilla Minecraft has so much stuff in it, pretty much all the vanilla overworld and normal type items are on this floor in these boxes, and any items that I don't have a floor for specifically. So here's all your vanilla Minecraft stuff: stone, obsidian, ice, rails, string, stuff like that. That's all in here, and overflow boxes here, and other mod items, because you can't fit all Minecraft items in one double chest. So anyway, these are just random overflow boxes. This one is actually for the fossils and archaeology mod. So all my fossil mod items in this box. And this is just more overflow. This is Project Red over here in this box. There's not a lot of Project Red stuff I've been using, so it all fits in one little box right here. I don't need to make a whole floor for it. I made a whole bunch of ender chests. I've just got my little inventory pets and some of the stuff I was working with in here. And the hammer I used to take down that giant cobblestone tower. That thing saved me so much time. And I made that on the live stream. So one person saw me make this hammer and use it for a little while. Anyway, I've got the ATM that I moved into here, just because it's easier for me to throw the money that I collect. Oh wait, bear with me, it's been a while since I played this. Anyway, easier for me to put away money if there's an ATM in the house. So we go down a floor. Come on. Down a floor. Here is the nether floor. It's basically under the house, about 10 to 11 blocks or so from the teleporter to that glowstone block there, and then just empty space down here. So the teleporter block still works. I mean, the elevator block still works. And I just noticed my Walia isn't on. Huh, how do I turn that on? Whatever, I'll mess with it later. So yeah, nether stuff is all here. The vanilla Minecraft nether junk. And modded nether junk. Stuff that you only find in the nether, more or less, is here. So the imp leather, nether quartz, blaze powder, magma cream, wither skeleton stuff. The bushes from Natura are here, as well as the saplings and wood, glowstone, soul sand. Pretty much just nether themed items are all in here. Nether portal also. And down one more floor we have the mass storage area. This is where the bulk of my items will be stored. The stuff that doesn't stack mostly. Armor, weapons, food. Well, food stacks, but you know what I mean. Stuff that I'm going to get a lot of that might not fit somewhere very well. So the mob grinder, the mobs in there drop a lot of armor and these more swords, mod swords. So these are filing cabinets full of armor pieces and swords that I've been working with. Just as an example, notice how these are all full durability. I've basically been pulling them out, running them upstairs to our blood chest, and repairing them all, and then coming back down and putting them back in the filing cabinets. Just so anything of a random durability will stack. So this Wither's Bane I got afterwards, so it doesn't stack because it's not full durability like these are. But these are all stacked together. Those are all stacked, you know, etc., etc. So all the armor pieces are stacked together, and I was unenchanting them because I have a purifier up there next to the blood chest from the same mod from AbyssalCraft. And what it does basically is it pulls a random enchantment off of an item and puts it into a book for you. So a lot of these just random armor pieces that were enchanted. I've only got one iron chest plate in here. A lot of the ones that were just randomly enchanted with interesting stuff, I started pulling the enchantments off of. And those are all upstairs. There's more miscellaneous stuff. I still need to make filing cabinets for all this Flans mod items. And that's going to take a little while. These filing cabinets take a pretty good amount of iron and like a couple of chests or something. But over here in the back, I started making deep storage units for vanilla Minecraft blocks. Let's see, this one is set up to get what? I don't know what this one was set up for. This one is for dirt. That one's empty. That one's for gravel. I think I was doing them in this order. So like stone, grass, dirt, podzol. So stone there, This should be grass blocks in this one. Then yeah, dirt, and then podzol goes here. I have some upstairs, and there's a biome fairly close here to the house that has podzol in it. And the next one here, this one should actually be cobblestone, but I think I've got the cobblestone box upstairs, like out behind the house. Like cobblestone, sand, and I had gravel up there. I guess I moved it down. It's been a minute. Anyway, but how all this stuff gets here is through this tesseract. There's a tesseract right here. It gets input from the mob grinder over at the Alpha Battle Tower, north of the, it's quite a bit north of the house. But it gets inserted into the tesseract over there, teleported to here, pulled out, put into this chest, and then anything in the chest that has a specific place for it will be removed from the chest and put into its proper spot. Anything that does not have a space will stay in this chest, so I can come through here periodically and look in there and see what do I need to make a spot for. And that's more or less what I've been doing. So just in my inventory, rotten flesh, gunpowder, arrows, bones, sticks, and glowstone. These I don't know why I've got in my inventory. I think I was doing something with these glowstone. Oh, I remember what it was. It was for the, well, this, for one, lighting in this room. And upstairs, I made a new floor to the house. I'll get to in a minute. These I don't think have a space down here. Those are going to be at the mob farm area. And let's put the glowstone back. Alright, so upstairs from the base floor, this is the AbyssalCraft room. I'm pretty sure I mentioned the colossal blood chest I put in here. I can take this back. This is where I've been doing all of my mass item repair. I made all these upgrades and put them in here. They take a little while to make. I've got a chalice, entangled chalice or whatever. I think it's called an entangled chalice. Basically what it does, it's like an ender chest but for liquids, for fluids. So I've got one set up at the mob farm and one here, and the one over there receives the blood from the mobs dying, and it's, you know, shared with this one. So then I've got a pipe out of this one into these other things that require blood to work. So that saves a lot of back and forth time. This is the purifier here, this thing that looks like a cauldron. You put one of these, I think that's one of them right there. Yeah, a book. It's a blood book. You make that with a book. You basically put a book in the blood infuser. It pumps a book full of blood, essentially, to make one of those. Well, you put one of those in this cauldron, and then you also put in an enchanted item. It uses up a bunch of blood, imprints the enchantment on the book, and then you get an enchanted book, like these here. A book with the enchantment on it, I should say. Anyway, so I did a little bit of decorating in here, set all this up in previous episodes. Up a floor we have the, what was this, Biomes of Plenty. This is the Biomes of Plenty floor. All the different, I've got 4 different biomes set up here. Kind of, sort of. 4 different trees that kind of look like they go there, except for this is virgin grass. And then I've got the, what was this thing called? I wish my Walia was on. Crag rock? Cragstone? Something similar to that. In between, so the like grasses don't spread to each other and stuff like that. Anyway, up another floor. This is the room I've been working on before the crash, before the update, and everything went sideways. The walls of the room are made entirely out of tanks, so that it's see-through. And I cheated myself in an NPC wand and made some little crab dudes here. And I named these crabs after some of my very early subscribers to my channel. We've got Dayden, Corin, and Eldritch, and there might be a 4th one wandering around. I thought there was like 4 or 5, but anyway, no, that's it. Those 3, so those three guys. Thanks for being subscribers for a long time. But anyway, this is going to be an aquarium, and I tried making a room full of water and using the safari net to move fish and stuff into here, but as soon as I leave and come back, they despawn. I tried renaming them and giving them names. Same thing, they just disappear. I don't know why. They're not supposed to despawn once you give them names. I tried, you know, like you catch them and you rename the net in an anvil, and it gives that mob whatever you named the safari net. I tried that. It didn't work. I tried just bringing the mob over and using a name tag on it. Same thing, didn't work. They keep despawning on me. So I went with this. So they are actually NPCs instead of mobs, and they will stay here. But these are just little crabs. Crab models that I scaled down, named them. I can use a NPC wand to rename them or scale them up or down or whatever. Change the model. So you three guys, if you watch the video and want your model changed to a different mob, let me know. But just a heads up, you're going to be in a fish tank. So try to keep it AbyssalCraft themed. This is my AbyssalCraft floor. I've got sponges, pieces of whales, shark teeth, fish, quicksand, etc., etc. This is all AbyssalCraft stuff that was clogging up my storage downstairs. I had another idea for this place, actually. I was going to make the entire, like the walls out of coral, these coral blocks, but there's something weird about these. Let me show you here. If you put down a coral block, let me jump outside. If you put down a coral block, it generates a dirt block on top of it. And that's a fake dirt block. It's not a real dirt block. You break it and you get nothing. And after a couple of seconds here, it should replace that dirt block with a new one. Yeah, see, it replaced that dirt block with a new one. But that's not even a real dirt block. It's a fake dirt block. I don't know what's going on with it. But also, if you place another block on top of the coral block, it replaces that block that you placed there with dirt. The fake dirt block. But then whenever you break that, it gives you the block that you placed there. But it always looks like dirt on top of it. I don't know why. Something weird about the... I don't know if that's intentional or if it's some kind of weird bug. Either way, I spent a lot of time gathering coral before doing this, and can't use it. It's like, it doesn't work. There would be a weird dirt layer on top of the house, and all the coral blocks above the bottom one would look like dirt. So, yeah. Anyway, this is what I settled on. The entire... all the walls are made of tanks from the Open Blocks mod. Same tanks I use for almost everything else. And what I'm going to do is get one of our infinite water block sources over there and place it on top of this and fill all these tanks with water, so then it looks like an aquarium from the outside, and you can still go into it from the inside and not drown. So much talking. Anyway, let's get it. Let's do this thing. So here's one of them. This was being used to make obsidian. I've got a well, not this tank, but there's another tank. I've got a dark tank from the AbyssalCraft mod that's got a pretty large capacity. I was running around out in the nether, basically deleting giant pools of lava and putting them in a tank, and bringing them back here, making obsidian out of them. The obsidian was going out to this here, cyclic assembler, and this has a blueprint in it to make these tanks, the open blocks tanks. Whenever you put in glass panes and obsidian, it starts making tanks. So basically I was hand making glass panes and getting the obsidian farmed from the generator there, and just making tanks and to make that room out of. So before someone says, oh, you cheated, there's no way. Yeah, okay, no, I generated the obsidian, made the glass panes, used a cyclic assembler, built the tanks. I still have a lot of obsidian left over because I had a lot of lava. Also, I've got a solar panel here from the Matter Overdrive mod, powering a lava fabricator. So during the day, this thing just kicks out lava nonstop, and it's keeping my smeltery going, and it gets backed up all the time. So I've got plenty of lava. Don't worry about that. Anyway, so where did I leave my water block? There's one underneath this for this steam dynamo. I can throw that in there. There's one under there. There's one here. I think I'll take this one. And I know there's one over there on the Matter Overdrive stuff. Alright, so are we ready to see some lag? Because I'm sure this is going to lag. While we fill this giant tank room full of water. Let's watch it from the inside. How's that sound? What? Are they not connected outside? What happened here? I wish my Walia was on so I could see. Oh no, it's filling up. Alright, it's filling up slowly. That is a lot, I mean a lot of tank space. Infinite water block has taken its time. Yeah, let's jump back inside. Bottom tanks are all full. Every one of these tanks, I think, is, what was it, 16 buckets? 16,000 MB? Sure wish my Walia was working. I'll fix it later and before I record again. Well, almost there. Second row of tanks full. And as soon as these walls are all filled up, then it'll start refilling the top layer, because that one's draining into these. Almost full, and then we'll hop outside to watch the roof fill up. There we go. Very slowly. If I ever have to drain these tanks, it's going to take forever. What is that over there? Probably one of those cherry trees that's not loaded in all the way. You guys see that? Just below my mini-map up in the left corner there? That pink square? I think that's a like cherry blossom tree or something over there, or a sakura tree. I will investigate momentarily. As soon as these tanks are finished. And this will be our AbyssalCraft room. There we go. Bam, we have a giant cube of water now. Attached to the house. I kind of wanted to keep the theme of like the border one type of block and the wall a different type of block, but didn't have a way to do it, so that's that. Take that back. There we go. Aquarium. Alright, let's go replace our water block over here. And investigate that thing over here. Yeah, just a tree. Okay. Mystery solved. It's raining and I'm not taking damage. What? I'm ablaze. Why am I not taking damage in the rain? Huh. That's weird. I should be. I remember that being very annoying. I'll take it. Whatever. Alright, one other thing. Let's see, we're just past 30 minutes here. I'm going to keep going. So, if you want to pause the video here, grab a snack, whatever, refill your drinks, go ahead and do that now. And I'm going to just keep on going. So, pause the video, and I'll see you when you get back. Okay, welcome back if you went and got a drink. Or snacks. Moving right along. So, I mentioned that we were going to be making invisible rooms in a previous episode, or on a previous like description box thing under the video. Somewhere I mentioned we're going to do invisible rooms, and we're going to do that. So you see that block of dirt up there? This is the room. Let's just say that it's like, you know, oh, this is like a crafting room or like a storage space that we want to hide from other people. Now what we're going to do, there's a couple ways to do this. One way, a very obvious way, is to use the Secret Rooms mod. Let's see. The Secret Rooms mod lets you build one-way glass, gates, secret trapdoors, iron doors, blocks, hidden levers that look like torches, doors that blend into walls, stairs that look like solid blocks, all kinds of cool hidden stuff, and solid air. The solid air is basically like a barrier block. It's a solid block that's see-through. And the other one is ghost blocks. Those are, they look like solid blocks, but you can walk through them. Hidden buttons, hidden pressure plates. Anyway, so you could do this, but it would take a minute, and you'd have to fiddle around with it. And you could only make things blend in to other things. So if you were going to build a secret room, you'd have to build the room next to like a mountain, or like a natural. Like, you could build it here, and then make it blend into the environment, so it looks like part of the hill. But what I'm going to do is not use that mod. We are going to use sky blocks, and it took me a long time to make these blocks. These were actually the reason that I built the cyclic assembler before I made those tanks. But, so these, let's see, recipe. There we go. The inverted sky block is a sky block with a redstone torch, and the sky block is 6 glass, 2 eye of enders, and endstone. Now, I haven't been to the end on this map yet, so you might be wondering, well, how'd you get the endstone? Well, I got the endstone in our smeltery. You can make endstone by putting resonant ender onto sandstone. So the resonant ender is just melted down ender pearls, and I've got a mob spawner that I put endermen into, farmed up some ender pearls right inside there, started melting some of them down right there, and made endstone right here. Aha. So now the sky block normally looks just like this, like it does in my hand there. That's a normal sky block. The inverted sky block shows the sky. Whatever the sky looks like at any given moment, that's what the block looks like. So if I place it on the ground, that's what the sky looks like. You know, if there weren't clouds and stuff in the way. There we go. Horizon. See? You can kind of see off in the distance where the sky is. And the horizon starts. Let me place a few more. So from whatever angle you look at this, it looks like the sky. Let me pick these back up. Now the use of that is, you can have a block of a room somewhere up there, like that one, and you just come up here and cover this thing in Skyblocks. I'm not going to do the whole thing because I don't think I made enough. I did make quite a few though. And invisible room, just like that. Of course, if somebody knows, like, oh, there's supposed to be a mountain there, and they look this way, it's like, where'd the mountain go? You know, something like that. It doesn't work as well in this mod pack because of the weather. The weather mod kind of messes with it. You know, you can see that there's a gap in the cloud there. From here, you can't tell that there's supposed to be a wall there. But if I move further directly underneath it, you can see that there's a gap. And if you want to entirely hide the room, so you can see the sun straight through this thing. Totally invisible. If you want to completely hide the room, you have to cover it from all sides except maybe the top if you put it up in the air like this, because odds are someone won't be directly above you if you do it like this. But from down here, you can only tell there's a room there if you move to the side. See, I'm looking right at it. If I look down, see, you can see it there because it blocks the view of those cloud particles. But anyway, if you put it lower, kind of off in the distance, like right there, hanging off the side of that cliff, you wouldn't even know it was there unless you walked into it. Anyway, that's that. You can like build a house like this and make one floor of it entirely out of Skyblocks. You can also, from the inside, do something like this. Put this underground, and yeah, it looks like you're just in some kind of void space. See, how cool is that? Anyway, one of the problems with these blocks is if you accidentally leave one by itself, kind of floating out in the air somewhere, good luck finding it, because you won't be able to. It's hard to spot one of these by itself. So make sure you have a block that's solid next to it, so you know where they are. Anyway, I'll clean this up later. I need to start getting into the AbyssalCraft mod. I got a request to do AbyssalCraft, and I have the recipe right here for the Necronomicon, which I will make right now. Why not? Might as well do it now, right? But after all of the troubleshooting and things I was trying to do, and the 2 different updates that came through for the mod pack, I kind of didn't have it. I couldn't do it. So let's do it now. By request, here is me starting AbyssalCraft, and I will go far more in depth with it in a later episode, maybe the next one. Welcome to AbyssalCraft. Achievement get. Now, supposedly, the Necronomicon tells you pretty much what to do in what order. AbyssalCraft is the mod which this book is used to guide you through. Yeah, this is the guidebook. It's mainly focused on exploration with 4 new dimensions. The dimensions are reached through the use of gateway keys. The keys are designed to create portals between dimensions. Overworld has been expanded with 6 new biomes. I've found maybe 1 or 2 of these Darklands, I know I found the Darklands. Probably plains or forest. And Corallium-infested swamp. That I haven't found yet. 5 new types of stone and 15 new ores. I found a few of these. They, like these ones here on the right, iron, diamond, copper, tin, and gold. They're just exactly the same as vanilla versions. You smelt them into bars, ingots the same way. The other stuff are these Corallium gems. I've got a few of those on camera, I think. I've used a few of them to make things out of, like that bow from several episodes back. This brownish looking one here was sulfur or niter, something like that. The purple one, I have no idea. Somebody's driving by on something loud outside. The red and purple thing here, I have no idea. There's like volcanic stone of some kind here. Anyway, there's a couple of new blocks I haven't found yet from the mod, but I'll get around to it. Apart from exploring, AbyssalCraft introduces its own type of magic through the use of rituals in order to worship the Great Old Ones. So you can have temples to elder gods from Lovecraft-ish stories, or specifically Lovecraft. If you don't know who Lovecraft is, look him up. H.P. Lovecraft. Very interesting person. And apart from magic and exploration, there's also machines allowing you to transmute, crystallize, and materialize objects. There's also a coin engraver. Now, the coin engraver only works on coins from this mod pack, I'm sure. You can't, like, make the money that you use from the... what's it called? The thing that the ATM is from. This. You can't make those coins, but you can make... let's see, where are they? There's a few of them. There's charms. There we go. Engraved coins. These things, you can make these. Hastur, Azeroth, Azathoth, my bad. All these other ones that some of you may have never heard of. Coin engravings. Now there's no Cthulhu coin though. That's odd. There's a statue. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. There's charms. There's charms for him. Oh, here they are. Blank, Cthulhu, Elder, Jazar. Okay, there they are. Found it. Anyway, I have also found there's these anti-items. Anti-pork, anti-chicken, anti-beef. These basically just transmute into their vanilla counterparts. And I found a spawner with anti-spiders in it. And so I had some of these anti-spider eyes somewhere in a box next to the spawner. And I found some Corallium-infested zombies also that I was using to get the gems from, if I remember correctly. Let me teleport in right here. Yeah, I was farming these guys for a while. Corallium gems, these Corallium plagued flesh, darkstone cobblestone, darkstone swords, a bunch of money, and I moved some other AbyssalCraft stuff into here. Oh, ow, ow. What was that? What the heck is this? Mine stones? Oh, they must have added a mod to the pack I wasn't aware of. Huh. Alright, let's get out of here. Anyway, farmed those guys for a while. That, I have no idea what it's for. I'm going to put it away and look that up later. Huh. Let's put away some of this other stuff. Do I have sticks in here somewhere? Yeah, right there's a couple. Gunpowder. Oh, there were some bones right there. Arrows. I think the arrows are next to the mob spawner. Oh, the flesh I can take back over to the spawner. Let's put this away. Keep it all organized. Might as well put the money in there. I will put the Necronomicon in here because this is where all of my AbyssalCraft stuff is at the moment. That sound is annoying. Let's go over to... There it is. Battle Tower Alpha. This is where my automated mob spawner is. And this is where my mob loot goes. There we go. So rotten flesh is in here, bones in there. There goes a chicken from one of the zombie jockeys, or chicken jockey in there. Arrows in here, and everything else goes into there, teleported to the house in the storage space I showed you earlier. They also generate blood when they die. The blood gets pushed over to this chest so I can repair my gear while I'm here. And they give experience when they die, which goes to this tank right here that I can collect later. The spider eyes, because I've got a lot of spider spawners stored in this tower downstairs. Way downstairs. All the way down here. Got a bunch of spider and cave spider spawners if I ever need them for anything. I'm in the wrong place. Also, it looks like mobs are spawning where they shouldn't be spawning and are falling, oops, out, and are falling down here and dying. I might have to go back over this and make sure it's working correctly. But there's evidence pointing to the contrary. Looks like it's not working correctly. There's the chalice I mentioned earlier. The mobs die right on top of these tanks here. The blood gets put into these tanks. It's taken out and shared between this chalice and that blood chest. Once the blood chest is full, it's all going to go into this chalice to fill up the stuff back at the house. A very, very nice working system. Took me a little while to figure it all out, but it works. And here, of course, is my automated player interface loot bonus repair thingy that I made several episodes ago. It pulls the inventory pets off my hotbar, repairs them in the blood chest here, and puts them back automatically from anywhere on the map because of the chunk loaders. Anyway, we're going on almost 50 minutes here. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Thanks everybody for watching. And if you have any suggestions on what to do in the future besides AbyssalCraft, let me know. Still got 10 tanks left over. I'll find a use for them. If you got any suggestions or anything... Oh, before I forget, somebody in the comments, I should have written the name down so I could name you, but you know who you are. On an earlier episode, commented how to increase my frame rate and everything else, and I have done all those things already. They were already being done. And they also mentioned that my audio sounds better than most upstart YouTubers. And here's a little secret. My audio setup is just a Turtle Beach Xbox 360 headset plugged into my computer. So yeah, the secret's out. You can use an Xbox headset plugged into your computer. Like, not the one that comes in the box with the Xbox, but like if you go to Walmart or Target or whatever you got around your house, buy a headset, probably even at GameStop, Radio Shack, I don't know where they have them, all over the place. If you go and get like a $50, $60 headset that you want to use with your console, I'm pretty sure the like PlayStation one will work too. you can just plug it into the USB and microphone and headphone slots on your computer, and it will work. Believe it or not, I've been doing it for a long time. Anyway, so there's a little insight. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, etc., etc. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode. Have a good day.